everybody. It's Deja. We are back with our second creator series interview, and I'm here with Jada, creator of INDI. So, let's just get started. So,
wow, it's so intense. Okay.
No, you good.
All right.
So, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Let's see. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Went to St. Martin de Porres High School here. Let's see. Went to Kent State. We graduated high school in 2011. Yeah. Then went to Kent State. After Kent State, my first year, what did I do? Oh, I majored in electronic media. And then they had us do like all this software and get, the Mac computer and all of that because it's mandatory.
Yep.
So I did all that. By the time I actually started my electronic media classes, I had already just practiced with the software and stuff. And then I was just like, all right, well, since I know what I'm doing, I don't want to major in this.
Right.
So I switched majors to communications, sophomore year, first semester. And then, I don't know, after that, second semester of sophomore year, I had this idea about INDI, and then it kind of just ran from there. It was crazy.
Okay, so I see you brought your sketchbook. So how long have you been sketching?
I wouldn't even say it's just sketching. I'm just an artist. I don't know. I've been drawing and just into art since I was 5. And then, I don't know. But obviously nobody ever really knew until I got to school. But, in high school I played basketball all the time, so still nobody really knew. But when I go home, this is really just what I do.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, speaking of your sketchbook, are there any other forms of media that you use or you like to create with, I guess?
Yeah, I would say, I guess besides sketching, I paint. INDI is one big art project in itself, honestly. With all I don't know, because I do all of the Photoshop, I do all the editing for the videos, I do all of the editing. For the animations, I do all of the art. So yeah, it's just one big art project, but then it's / business side, because it's a company, so it's just
Got you. Okay, so let's go a little bit more in depth about INDI. First, let's talk about the name.
Oh, INDI stands for individuality. Yeah.
And reasoning behind that?
Just because I feel like it's important for everybody to know how to express themselves, through whatever facet that is. That could be within the arts or with any other whatever that you're interested in. But if you find interest in something and it's really a passion of yours, you should go full throttle with it.
Nice. So what all does INDI do? Or what is all part of INDI?
Well, I usually say we're a platform for artists to express themselves within the arts. I'm an artist, so I feel like it's no reason why I shouldn't be able to express myself as an artist, and it's no reason why I shouldn't be able to help other people do the same thing. Right. So it's kind of at this point, it's real spiritual to me. So it's at this point, I feel like it's my duty to do this.
It's a commitment to do it. So what have you done with INDI so far? I know you guys have events and stuff like that. So let's talk about that. Some of the events that you guys have thrown.
Well, the first, honestly, I'm gonna say all this started from my house parties. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's what's up, though. Honestly, that's what's up.
And I feel like a lot of people know. So it was literally I lived off campus my second year. I wasn't really fucking with the whole roommate thing.
Dorm
I don't really
stuff.
like the dorms. Wow. But so I was just I'm over it. And my mom, she was just okay, well, I'm not gonna keep paying for it if you over it, so we might as well get you an apartment. So it was just once I got out of there, I just saw how I don't know, I can have parties. I'm taking advantage of this college situation here, so I'm gonna throw some parties. And I just started seeing how the parties really was going. So I'm just oh wow, this is lit. And then it was just the idea of INDI came, and then first thing I thought about doing was an event, and I just kind of used the strategy of, because I feel like I promote, I feel like I just have a vibe that attracts people to it.
I agree.
So I feel like if I could do that with a house party, I could do that with the art event. I could do that with my business in general.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it came from, with the whole events, house parties, using that same strategy, and just being more creative and doing stuff on a larger scale.
Got you. So what does indie mean to you?
Indie is literally everything to me. Like, I don't know, it's like my alter ego. Like, you slice Jada down the middle, you got Jada, and then you got indie. Like, that's really what it is. So, it's everything.
Okay. So is there anybody else involved in indie, or was it just all
yeah, like, when I started this, I was definitely doing Destination Dream with a friend of mine, Juwan, on campus. And then after we did like a couple of episodes of Destination Dream, I literally was asleep. Like, I was having like, crazy dreams, and then I woke up out of my sleep and started writing down ideas for indie. So then like I brought it to Juwan, and I was just like, I really feel like we gotta do this. It was like first me and Juwan going full throttle with just like interviewing different artists around Kent State, interviewing different artists around Cleveland. I ended up having the opportunity to go to Africa, so after that, I was around like a whole bunch of different entrepreneurs, and it was like a business entrepreneur trip. And they showed me a lot about just marketing in general, and like I'm around a bunch of rich people, I'm gonna get up under y'all, figure out how y'all get this money. Like, honestly, if y'all not, doing it through college, it's other ways to do it. So I'm just like, okay, I'm actually in college. I can figure out how to finesse in college and out of college. Yeah. So it was just kind of like bringing everything together, bringing that to my team, which is now Joanne and Jessica. Let's see, Andrea. Literally all my friends that people probably see me or hang around with have something to do with indie. Like, it's kind of just like we sharing the pie type situation. Yeah. Like, let's see, Jazz over in New York, she doing I don't know, it's like all my friends have something to do with indie, whether if it's like, if I give them gear to just wear, if I need them to promote something, if I need help with events, usually Joanna and Jessica are right there. If I need help finding a plug in New York for some space, that's Jazz and Ariana. Like, it's really like everywhere.
That's what's up. So it's that kind of collaborative effort between everybody and their own ideas. That's kind of what we do at Black Friday too. So in your opinion, why is that collaborative effort, bringing everybody together who has these different talents, why is that important to you in your opinion?
Just because I feel like this is what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be, individuality, you could take it and spin it as, just being by yourself, but I like to spin it as, knowing how to be yourself, but teaching other people to do the same thing, because some people literally have a problem being themselves. Like, a lot of people don't really know how to just tap into, intuition and do what the fuck they want to do. So I feel like if I have that persona, like, unapologetically, I should be able to inspire people who don't, or people who just fuck with the movement. So I feel like in order to do that, I can't do that by myself. I have to be that, but I also have to push that vibe to other people. And then with that, I'm attracting people who fuck with the message, and then we just
going
and doing it together, like moving. Like, I don't know.
I like it. It's a movement behind it too.
Yeah.
Yes, I fuck with that. So let's switch a little bit. So I see you got this fly ass bomber jacket with the indie. Hold on, make sure we got it. You see it? Look at that. Look at that, y'all.
Wow.
So, do you sell merchandise, or do you?
Oh yeah, we definitely sell merchandise. We got the indie shop, indieshop.co. I started that maybe like 2 years ago now when I did the first showcase. This is the first one I did. I did this last semester. It was kind of just a practice thing, just to see like what people would
nice.
say. Thank you.
It was so nice.
I'm planning for a pop-up shop probably like 2017. Like April.
Nice. Look out for that indie pop-up shop. Nice. So we're here, Shaker Heights, Cleveland. Can you tell me how Cleveland has raised you into, I guess, creator of indie?
Well, I guess Cleveland, because let's see, Cleveland, you don't really think it has any value. It's kind of like, I guess you could say, a crab in the barrel city. So people don't really expect to see talent come out of Cleveland. I would say Cleveland raised me in terms of like just having that underdog mindset, and having the mindset to just like, I don't know, like go full throttle regardless of the circumstances. Like, I didn't grow up bad or anything. Like, my story is not detrimental in any way, but just coming from Cleveland and seeing what you lack and what you can get when you explore other places, I feel like is what raised me to do
Nice. I like. All right, y'all. We are back. It's Jada, creator of Indie, and we are now here in her workspace, her creative workspace, aka her room. I remember you mentioned outside that just painting and creating art is really spiritual for you. How did you kind of get to that point where it's just like, this is something that really relieves you, or just you feel like you're channeling something as you're painting? So what kind of got you to that point?
Marijuana.
Yep.
I don't want to be like a weed advocate, but you know, takes you there, takes you higher. But no, like, really. Let's see. I mean, because I've always been an artist, but I genuinely do feel like when I was introduced to, you know, that nice green leaf at Kent State University, you know, I mean, real talk, like, that's what college is. I mean, it's not about that, but it's about, you know, experimenting, and that is there for you to experiment in a plethora. So once it was, like, available, I feel like it kind of activated some, I don't know, tingly feelings in my artistic abilities.
It changes your perspective.
Definitely. So I feel like a lot of the art that I do now is definitely inspired from, you know, high thoughts. But I mean, I can do the same thing if I'm sober, but when I'm high, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm not...
do you feel like more free?
Yeah, I mean more free, but I just feel like I'm more of a vessel, like, for the art as opposed to like a human actually doing the art.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, can you talk me a little bit about your creative process? Like, kind of how do you start, or what inspires you to start creating? What medium? And then
I feel like my art is definitely very emotional, which is another reason why it can be definitely spiritual for me. I feel like just knowing myself, I go into like creative spurts, and I mostly do those creative spurts when it's like a lot of emotion that I need to express. And usually when that happens, like I done went through some crazy shit or something, or I just went through like just some mental defeats or something, and I just gotta come to a census and like suck it all up and then release it. And the way that I release it is like through art. So I might make a painting, plan a show, do an event, I don't know, whatever I can do, whatever I think of, and it just like comes out.
It just goes. I like that. So, back to your brand a little bit. I know you said you were able to go to Africa in your college experience. Were you, was Indie already established at that time whenever you went? Or
Absolutely not. Indie literally was birthed right after that trip. Like, that trip happened because my godmom, like, I don't know how that happened for her, but she finessed it, asked me if I wanted to go to Africa. It was literally like a paid for a trip. So awesome. I was just like, yeah, I'll go to Africa. So it was like I went to Africa, and then it was just like the people I met, the kids I met, the whole experience I had.
What parts in Africa?
We was in South Africa, Johannesburg, and then we was in Botswana. So it was like 3 weeks. And it was just crazy, like the whole perception changed. We stayed in palaces, like we was there for Johannesburg Fashion Week. It was just an amazing thing. So I was just like, okay, my eyes have been open to some literally like crazy shit. Like this is the other part of the world. Like if I could be able to experience this, it's a reason for that. It's a spiritual like awakening I feel like I had.
I agree.
And then when I got back, it was just like, okay, I gotta do something. Like I just experienced something, like I gotta do something, and it was just like Indie was the first thing that came from that. We had workshops at that trip. It was just like business workshops we would do throughout the day. And some of the times, like the counselors would ask you like, what do you want to do with your life? Like, what are you interested in? I like art. So it was just like, okay, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. What do I like to do? Be myself. Like I could make a business out of just doing that.
So what's next for Indie? What you got planned?
Man. Alright. I don't even know though, honestly, because it's just like I just graduated, so I'm in that whole like I have to get a job to fund Indie mode.
Right.
So right now, being just real honest and humble, I need a job. So we just waiting on, you know, somebody to hire me. As a graduate, I expect to, you know, make some good money.
Oh, definitely.
So with that money, I plan to just stack, invest in Indie, move to California within a year. And yeah, just take it from there. Like starting off with the events and stuff, just seeing like which venues we can get in different cities. Like we trying to target New York, LA, Atlanta, and Chicago. So just seeing like what underground venues are popping over there, what artists over there are just like super dope that we can bring together. Just same thing I'm doing right now, just on like a bigger level in other places.
Awesome. And finally, can you just tell the people where they can follow you?
Oh yeah, y'all can follow me on Twitter at INDI Media _, Instagram indi.media. You can follow our blog indi-perspective.tumblr.com and the Indie Group LLC. I don't know. Wait, no, that's not my website. And the indiegroup.com. Yeah, I don't know. We all over. I should probably get one thing that has everything under the same thing, huh?
Making moves while doing the interview.
But yeah, no, really. Okay, so yeah, Instagram is the main thing right now because my Instagram, I'm kind of like crafting it to be like a certain way. So y'all can follow me on Instagram, indi.media. That works.
Nice. And I'm Deja, Creator Series Director. Here with Jada from Indie. It's Friday, so turn up.